South America had changed. Cities floated above oceans. Cars no longer drove on roads. They flew through glowing air lanes. Money wasn't stored in banks anymore. It existed in quantum clouds, protected by the most advanced security systems ever built. But every system has a weakness, and one man knew exactly where to find it. His name was Diego Alvarez, but the world knew him by another name, Ghost, because no system had ever caught him, until the night he decided to rob the most dangerous man in South America. Neo-Rio was the richest city on the continent. Towering chrome buildings stretched into the clouds. Neon lights painted the sky purple and blue. Luxury drones delivered food to the elite who lived in the sky towers. But beneath those towers, another city existed. The lower sectors. Crowded streets. Rusted metal homes. Broken lights. Millions of people struggling to survive. All while one man controlled nearly half the continent's wealth. President Rafael Cortez. Officially, he was called the Guardian of South America. But the people had another name for him, the King of Thieves. Because no one became that rich without stealing for millions. And that was exactly why Ghost had chosen his target. Hidden deep in Sector 9, Ghost sat inside a small room filled with holographic screens. Numbers floated in the air. Encrypted codes scrolled across glowing panels. Beside him stood his only partner, Lena Morales, a former cybersecurity engineer who once worked for the government before discovering how corrupt it really was. She looked at the data with concern. Diego, this isn't like the other jobs. Ghost leaned back calmly. I know. You're not robbing a corporation this time, Lena said. You're robbing Cortez. Ghost smiled slightly. That's the point. Lena shook her head. His money isn't in banks. It's inside the Helios Vault. Every hacker in the world knew that name. Helios Vault, a floating quantum data fortress orbiting high above Neo-Rio, protected by military AI, thousands of drones, and biometric encryption that no human had ever broken. Ghost looked at the glowing map of the vault. Every system has a door, he said quietly. You just have to find the one they forgot. The Helios Vault rotated silently above the city like a silver moon. It stored trillions of credits belonging to politicians, billionaires, and powerful corporations. But one account inside it dwarfed them all. President Cortez. 30 billion credits. Ghost's fingers moved across the holographic keyboard. Lines of code began opening security layers one by one. Firewall. Bypassed. Encryption layer. Cracked. AI surveillance grid. Looped. But then the screen turned red. Warning, Lena said. You just triggered a quantum sentinel. Ghost frowned. Helios Vault had awakened its defense AI. A digital watchdog designed to track intruders through code patterns. If it identified Ghost's location, the military would arrive within minutes. Can you still get in? Lena asked. Ghost took a deep breath. Watch me. Ghost launched the final breach program. Data streams exploded across the room like digital lightning. The vault's outer security collapsed. The account appeared. Rafael Cortez, 30 billion credits. Lena's eyes widened. You actually did it. Ghost began the transfer. But before the money could move, a message appeared on the screen. Unauthorized access detected. Another message followed. Identity trace initiated. Then a third message appeared. Not from the vault. From someone watching. You made a very big mistake. Ghost froze. The message was signed. R. Cortez. Lena whispered. He's watching us. And suddenly every screen in the room turned black. Outside, the sky filled with sound. Drones. Hundreds of them. Scanning lights swept across the slums. Lena grabbed Ghost's arm. He found us. Ghost quickly finished typing one last command. Transfer complete. Lena looked confused. Where did the money go? Ghost didn't answer. He grabbed his data chip and ran. Outside, the streets exploded with panic. Drones fired scanning beams across buildings. A loud broadcast echoed through the city. Attention citizens. A cyber criminal has attacked national security. Anyone aiding this individual will be arrested. Lena looked at Ghost while they ran. You stole 30 billion credits. What now? Ghost smiled. Now we wait. Across Neo-Rio, something strange began happening. Phones started buzzing. Bank notifications appeared. One by one, millions of people received the same message. Deposit received, 5,000 credits. Then another. Deposit received, 5,000 credits. And another. Within minutes, the entire lower city realized what had happened. Ghost hadn't stolen the money for himself. He had distributed it. 30 billion credits. Divided among the poorest citizens in Neo-Rio. The streets erupted with cheers. People laughed, cried, celebrated. For the first time in decades, the people had taken something back. Inside the presidential tower, Rafael Cortez watched the chaos unfold. His fortune had vanished in seconds. The security chief turned to him nervously. Sir, the money is gone. Completely dispersed. Cortez stared silently at the city lights. Find him. No matter what it costs. But Ghost had already disappeared. Some said he escaped to another continent. Others believed he was still hiding somewhere in Neo-Rio. Watching. Waiting. Because in a world controlled by powerful thieves, sometimes the greatest criminal is the one who steals for the people.